I'm not part of the club. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their fucking club.
Crucial 13, you all appreciate it. Shout out to you.
Get crucial.
I'm hungry. I need some bacon.
Look at this.
Look at it. This is the city I'm in right now.
What about the ones that were injured that took the vest?
Yeah.
You know, they got to have some kind of repercussion because, you know, they just proved that they just kind of told on themselves that we got this wrong.
Yeah. And nobody wants to talk about it. That's the crazy thing, because all the news
nobody
stories,
can.
Yeah,
you know, that's what I'm talking about. The gatekeepers. Nobody can talk about it because somebody above them told them no.
All right, man. As you can see, Ice Cube has been going on a campaign lately on interviews and podcasts, which we will be covering more of. Seems to be a guy that kind of, you know, against the whole woke system. And we know the woke system ties back into that Hollywood liberal ideological, you know, pushing of agendas and everything. So anybody who bucks against that nowadays is not, you know, friendly with this system that they're trying to push. Now we're going to show you a few clips because I'm seeing a lot of people think that Ice Cube is part of some psyop to pretty much, you know, let me act like we're with this. And then in turn, you know, I don't know what they think, like the hammer, what type of hammer he's planning on dropping. But if you understand like real psyops, and we're going to check out some clips. If you understand how psyops work, they work like this. Like, you know, a lot of these fake Trump supporters that came along and they were like, yeah, we're with Trump and all this. But then the psyop was, here, let's march everybody into the Capitol and start being violent and all that. When Trump said not to do that, that's a psyop because you're coming in as the, you know, in the name of something, but then you start going against the beliefs and the ideologies of what you're coming in the name of, so you can switch the whole narrative of what they stand for. That's a psyop. A psyop is placed there to change the minds and the belief system of those who are not programmed yet by the system. Now, later on, if Ice Cube comes out and says, hey, guys, I actually love Hollywood and Joe Biden and them. I was actually wrong when I came out against them. Now you can start worrying about psyops and all that. Because that would mean, as intended, that he came and got the respect of the people they're trying to change and actually led them people who they're trying to change who weren't programmed yet into buying into the program. That's a psyop. And as of right now, all I see him doing is exposing the agenda that they don't want exposed. They don't want people to know this, that you see on the screen, that Vanguard and BlackRock and them are at the top of this pyramid where you got the private prisons and direct cahoots with the record companies, which, you know, they push this negative message through the music of these record companies that the companies own and, you know, in directly create criminal behavior amongst civilization, which is, you know, a sure shot to get thrown in prison. It's like a perfect prison system, you know, which is in direct cahoots with the Democrats who wrote all the crime bills that get you punished for the least crimes. And, you know, they were pushing the furthest prosecution, Kamala Harris, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, all of them in cahoots like that. Trust me, they don't want their target group, which is black people and stuff, to start waking up and seeing this system right here. They actually want you to think that they're helping you against racism. They're helping you become free. They're blaming the Republicans and the conservatives. So if you actually found out that they created a siphoning, funneling system to get you thrown in prison, their whole game is up. They don't need people talking about that. So everybody watching right now, please hit that like button. Please leave a comment. You know, they're trying to, you know, suppress a lot of activity going on the channel. Your comment, your like, everything you do for the channel actually helps and pushes it into the algorithm. If you like the content, please do that. And subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. And we're going to show a few clips. And we're also going to show a clip where Ice Cube is actually dispelling a psyop. And you'll see what I mean. Just stay tuned.
From this outlet, that outlet. You know, the NBA, going back to that, you know, I'm just kind of putting it in perspective. But the guys in the NBA used to talk about the big three. If you go back to year one, all the time. And then they just stop. And then I asked my guy, you know, what happened, man? Why y'all stop? They told us we couldn't mention the big three anymore on air. So I'm like, that's chicken shit. You know, that's that bullshit that I'm talking about. That, you know, I'm talking about what happened to me, but it obviously happens everywhere to all of us. You know what I mean? And we gotta somehow, some way get these people out of our way.
See, he's saying a lot of things that they would not want you to say, and he's not over-exaggerating anything. Because you see a lot of people that come into the conspiracy lane, what they like to do is over-exaggerate stuff to make it look crazier than what it is, so then we're all discredited. A lot of people make some heinous claims on people that ain't true and talk really weird stuff, really crazy stuff to make us look like weirdos. And that's not what he's doing. He's actually keeping it so surface level that now it's like looking like even the common man who doesn't believe in this stuff could be like, whoa, is there something to this? Because the common man hears somebody saying some outrageous, over-the-top things, they're already turned off. Well, nope, you're an idiot. That's how they think. That's what a psyop would do, is make us look crazier by making crazy claims. He's keeping it surface level for the common man.
Or not support what they're doing and producing. You know, some of these mainstream outlets are really just an extension of these corporate conglomerates who want to, you know, kind of control our emotions, control our movement, control our spinning, control our personalities, control our mind. And you know, what we gonna do about it, like, at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna just sit here and let it happen day after day till we're steamrolled and wore out and have no fight in us? Or are we gonna stand up where we can, you know what I mean, and push back when we can? I know everybody can't in all situations, and don't feel bad when you can't. But when you can and you know you can, do it.
Yes.
Do it. Like, when you have the leverage, take it.
Yeah.
You know? Take it. Like UFC, when you got the leverage, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Use that to your advantage.
See, now a lot of them people he's talking about that, oh, when you got the leverage, just do this. They're brainwashed. They're not about to do anything to relinquish what they've been given by this woke side of the spectrum. They're not ready to get canceled by woke yet. See, now what they think is that because they've taken oaths and stuff like this, that once they go against that, there's repercussions to pay. You know what I mean? But here goes the thing. A lot of people that ain't really like out of the into that, they do buck against it. But they end up getting canceled by that side of the spectrum. But what people don't tell you is there is another side that will take you in and be like, hey, we're finally waking up against this. You know what I mean? That's where I salute like a lot of the conservative movements. That's like, we're sick of this woke shit. But the people who got the influence in the hundreds of millions and stuff like that, like you got Kevin Hart, The Rock, who else? LeBron James, all these guys that got that type of influence, Oprah, Beyonce, Jay-Z, whoever, you'll never hear them talking like this. Ever. You know why? Because they're really at that level that if they say something, they got to go.
You might not always have the leverage. You might not always have, the right timing. But when you can, we gotta buck back. If not, we're just gonna continue to get steamrolled and not be heard and canceled and all this kind of stupid stuff.
Now, this clip right here we're about to see, he's about to talk about how he had to pass on a movie. Now, a lot of people in the conspiracy worlds, they think anybody who's ever done a movie is automatically some witch, cultist. There is a group of that. Maybe more than one. I'm not going to say maybe. This is all entertainment, though. Nothing in this video I'm saying is fact. It's all entertainment. But everybody who's ever made movies and everybody who has some success in the movie world is not, destined to be in that type of thing. Hollywood would have been gone a long time ago if everybody who's ever had to do something was in on that. Do you know people cannot keep their mouth shut? We live in a society, dude, there's people coming out now against Hollywood like, yeah, they were doing some weird shit. Prominent actors and shit like that. Dave Chappelle, when they finally broke it to him what they were doing, he said, I'm out of here. Y'all doing what? And he already had like a 10-year Hollywood career by that point. So y'all got to remember that they don't do this with everybody. If they did, their whole system would crumble. It's like the same thing with the orphanages or anything like that. They were just doing, and I'm not saying any of them are bad. We're just saying like, the corrupted ones or anything. If they were to be doing a whole bunch of crazy things with the kids, like even churches and stuff like that, they were doing that with everybody, you think they would be able to get away with anything? No, they'd have to kill everybody whoever spoke. So I say that to say, don't just assume everybody who's had a decent movie career or anything like that is some witch or warlock. You know what I mean? I talk about that type of stuff on my channel. I know. But I gotta give it to y'all raw, bro. That it's not. We gotta stop like doing this with every single person, because now we're gonna start looking uncredible to the people that we're trying to wake up, and we actually have to, point out what's real and what's not, when it's real and when it's not. Like if you got discernment and a lot of common sense, you could tell who in Hollywood is down with that shit. You could just tell by what they believe, what they endorse, what they speak about, their ideologies. A lot of them are with the woke shit. They're far left liberals. Like that's the stigma about Hollywood, is most of them are far left liberals. Those people, yes, watch out for them. I was just about to start naming some names, but be careful. Some of these people, they're untouchable and stuff. A lot of them trying to push the MAP laws. A lot of them trying to push, the child law, all the type of stuff that fall back into the far leftism. You know what I mean? You could tell a witch by the type of stuff they actually get down with, by what they endorse. They're running out there marching for the thing I can't really talk about, like the hood and all that other, they're out there marching for that. They want their shit bad, okay? It's that free supply. We can't even get into that.
But you'd have to pass on a movie because they wanted you to get shot.
Yeah, they strangest thing, say we're doing a movie. I'm like, okay, and then all the producers in Hollywood decided that they don't want anybody on their movie set that haven't gotten a visa.
And what year was this?
This is 2020. Producers talking to my people, and they're like, if he don't take it, he can't be in the movie. It's like, it's not taking it. It's like, okay, can't do the movie. Okay, no problem. I'm like, what they want is for people to tell me I'm stupid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They want people to tell me, you turn it down $9 million, you stupid. I'll do anything for $9 million. How stupid can Cube be? I don't care if it was 20 million. That was never gonna happen.
And this right here is a good example of how, he probably isn't one of these guys like Kevin Hart and all them who signed up to take that shit, that he couldn't be bought off with it. And we can't really even talk about this type of situation either because of some bullshit. But $20 million, however much million y'all wanted to pay him, he wouldn't take it. He said, fuck the movie. Now, real quick, let's take a little look at this clip from the Jake Paul podcast, or no, Logan Paul, excuse me, podcast, where he's actually, kind of, dispelling one of these psyops to make conspiracies look crazy and all this. Just check this out.
Conspiracy theory online involving Suge Knight.
Oh yeah, what's that?
So,
oh fuck. No.
So obviously, like Suge and Eric were beefing, right? As you said, with Eazy and Suge, and Eazy obviously ended up passing away as a result of complications of AIDS, AIDS virus, right? And there was this interview done with Suge. I don't remember exactly when it was, when he talked about how you got to kind of get creative in how you kill someone. Like you can't just like shoot somebody, right? Like
okay.
And the way that he described his preferred method of taking care of somebody was eerily reminiscent or like similar to like how Eazy passed.
Now, already he's discrediting the theory by saying, well, what he was saying just eerily resembled something Eazy. No, it didn't eerily resemble. He said Eazy-E's fucking name. You forgot to add that one in? Hey, he actually said this is what they did to Eazy-E right on the shit. You want to see it? Let's look.
Fresh out of jail, I'll come check you out, right?
Right.
Why the bulletproof vest?
Oh, it's not. Oh no, that's just it's the new style. You've been in the can for a while. This is what everybody. That's what all the talk show hosts are wearing.
This is a new thing, right?
Yeah.
See, if somebody gonna do something about it, see, technology is so high, right?
Right.
So if you shoot somebody, you go to jail forever. So the kids, you don't want to go to jail forever, right? So they got this new thing out there. People sell them all the time. They got this stuff they get blood from somebody with AIDS.
Yeah.
And then they shoot you with it.
Oh,
so
well, that seems bad.
That's a slow death.
Yeah.
Easy thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay.
Way to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are under this, whole Marxist programming that think the government is so corrupt, they could just take anybody out and say, yeah, we did that. We're the government. We can do whatever we want. No, they can't. That's why they got to make everything they do, not be able to come back to them. So like Suge Knight was saying, hey, if somebody, finds out you did this, you go to jail forever. We're still in a country where the corrupt side of this government isn't fully in control yet. So, you fuck up, you'll go to jail. So this is what we do. We just, do some underhanded shit, and then it never comes back and it can't be traced back to us, and boom, you're done. So now let's get back to Ice Cube and this dude on the Logan Paul show. And now just watch how Ice Cube dispels the idiocy in this guy's conspiracy. You know what I mean? Making it easier to like digest when somebody's saying something stupid that discredits something that very well could have merit to it.
By the way, keep in mind, this is not my fucking conspiracy, bro. Like, this is an online conspiracy that I've just read about. And I wanted to ask you about like your thoughts on that.
Are you saying Suge Knight gave Eazy
potential? They're saying that the conspiracy says that Suge Knight could have potentially been the person that gave Eazy AIDS through
how would he do that?
Through an intravenous needle.
And Eazy would never tell anybody that.
No, maybe Eazy didn't even know. Because you just poke somebody like and they don't even know. Maybe they were at a club or some shit,
Nah, I think if somebody poke you with one of them goddamn needles, you know.
Stupid ass.
I mean, I'm just
told
saying,
everybody I would ask.
I'm just saying, just say this happened. Eazy would tell somebody, this motherfucker poked me with some shit.
No, but it does happen. It does happen in clubs. Remember, Dylan, didn't it used to be a thing for a while where like people were doing that and like you might not even
Now if he was unconscious. Now
you could just see the idiocy in that. Oh, Suge Knight himself just walked past Eazy and pop, jabbed his ass real quick. And that's how he gets it. Even if he don't say they could do it in a nightclub, walk past you, bow, you're out of there. Just saying that Suge Knight did it himself, there is no way in that Jimmy Kimmel clip that I get that Suge Knight is saying I did that to him. No, he's saying this is how things can be done. You go against certain agendas or certain whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know if he even went against agenda. I got a nice documentary coming out on Ruthless Records and how much they was into witchcraft. Eazy-E too. So we'll be talking about that more. So I don't know what he did to get them to turn on him, but we will see in my doc. But the fact that he's just saying, hey, look, that's that Eazy-E thing. You know, we want you out of there. You're going to think it's you. Meaning, like, you're going to think, you got some type of shit that's wrong with you that's taking you out. Not knowing that you might have seen a doctor. We hire somebody to go in there or something, and here, we're just going to take little tests and stuff like that. Boop! You're out of there. You like Ice Cube just said. Now, if he was unconscious, I could see him getting some shit or, but the way you saying it, motherfucker, no. You sound like an idiot. Well, Suge Knight did it. That's the conspiracy. That's just some stupid shit. You think they'll get Suge Knight to go fucking do this? That is a perfect example of a psyop. Here, let me go into this conspiracy lane real quick. Say the most ridiculous shit about something that people are starting to latch on to, so that them people that are kind of like interested and are kind of weary and suspicious of the activity can now look at it and say, oh, that's bullshit. This idiot just, this conspiracy is full of shit. Suge Knight went out there his damn self, billionaire, millionaire, whatever the fuck he was, and just did this. In the prime of their death row and all that other shit, he did it. Like, y'all sound stupid. It definitely makes it harder for people like me who push a solid message on my channel and makes me even look crazy. That's why I gotta come out and dispel certain stuff, because I actually deal with sane people. I gotta make this digestible for the average person who ain't this deep on that level.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It just sounds
crazy.
It just sounds like it. If Eazy would have known he got poked, he would have said something. If he didn't know he got poked, then the conspiracy lives on.
Now, for the simpleton, if you don't catch what he's saying is that conspiracy is very valid, but not the way your psyop ass trying to make everything seem more ridiculous than what it is saying. Okay? It's very valid. If Eazy didn't know, because when he came out of that shit, he didn't, he wasn't speaking about, oh, this dude did this dude did that. He was talking as if, like he really caught some shit and he just didn't know. So if he was unconscious when it happened, then yeah.
The conspiracy lives on.
Would you put it past?
I don't put shit past nobody.
Now, yeah, in this video right here, we showed a lot of, things about Ice Cube that some people just may not realize, like, and how this agenda actually works and who they want pushing it and how you push the agenda and how psyops work, and Ice Cube actually, like, dispelling a psyop, encouraging critical thinking. Now, as far as I know, the man could be Satan himself and, can be tricking us all right now. But I just don't see the end game in what he's saying that's going to, like, drop the hook on us. Because you know how the hook works. I understand psyops. The hook is, here, I'm going to come talking that stuff that you agree with. Then I'm going to start pushing this leftist bullshit to the people that I gained the respect from. And hopefully them people I gained respect from can now change their ways of thinking and their ideologies to come to the people who are having me push this new agenda onto them, now that I've already hooked them in because I was using their agenda to lure them. Now all of a sudden I hit the switch like, oh shit, what I was saying was wrong, y'all. Now that y'all got my respect, you will believe me when I say it's wrong. So now you can come look at what I'm gonna tell you is right now. That's a psyop. So yeah, and until the hammer's dropped, I guess it is what it is. But even if the dude's saved himself right now, I still gotta point out the truths in what he's saying, because there's a lot of truths in the prison companies being under the same umbrella as the music companies, as we showed you, Vanguard, BlackRock, and all this type of stuff. There's a lot of truth in the people that's pushing the medical stuff on the people. There's a lot of truth in Hollywood. There's a lot of truth in the gatekeepers. There's a lot of truth in this. Okay? So when one of them come out and actually say this truth, we have to magnify that, okay? And say, hey, look, even somebody that's in that entertainment business that is tricking you into being a savage and a low vibrational person, even he is speaking out against it. Now, whether he's just doing that to look cool or not, I don't care about that. Really don't. You know what I mean? It's we got to point this out, because the same people that everybody looks up to, this how growth works is the same people that's doing the type of stuff that you was influenced to do, the negative stuff that you was influenced to do. You need to hear it from the people who used to be like that as well, in order to change. Because if I come from where you come from, then I'm showing you a better way now, you would believe it more, because you're like, okay, he at least come from this. So what's the first thing somebody says when they feel like you're judging them? Oh, you don't even understand. You don't even come from where we come from, and you trying to tell us, you know, what to do and all that. Okay, then how about this? We'll get somebody that come from where you come from to tell you that. Now you ain't got no way out of it. Now you got to be like, damn, I respect it. That's just how psychology works with that, with a lot of people. You know what I mean? So, you know, just to be real clear, I don't give a fuck if Anton LaVey himself came out and started saying, hey man, this woke shit is getting out of hand. We can't be doing this reading hour stuff with the kids and all this. I'ma have to say he's right. I don't care if the man's Satan or not. Yes, we are against that type of nature in people, and I don't like using the word nature with that, because they're the opposite of nature. We know that they're the opposite of natural. They're in ties with inorganic energy vampires and stuff like that. But we have to point it out. When somebody that's influencing somebody to be bad comes out and says something good, gotta magnify that so the people that they influence can see that and say, oh shit, there's another way. You know what I mean? That's just how psychology works. Doesn't mean I'm worshiping these people. It doesn't mean that, oh, they're on my team. I don't care about all that. We're just covering some things. You know, pointing out the good in what these, you know, sheep's idols do is a great thing, because these sheep's idols told them to do so much bad in their life. They need to hear when they talk about something good. That's what we want to promote. You know, the devil is in every single aspect of life. The devil's in you right now. Yeah, you listening? The devil's in you. Okay? Are you going to keep pointing out your devil, or are you going to keep pointing out your righteousness, your Christ being? You know, what do you want to magnify? Are you going to destroy the devil in you? That's all that matters. So when you point out the good in people instead of always harping on the bad about them, you're actually neutralizing demonic influence. So stay tuned. Pretty soon dropping. I got this Ruthless documentary showing that there was a lot of powers that be puppeteering the label. They were into some really dark arts, witchcraft, and all that type of shit. You know, salute to Bone Thugs and Harmony and everybody that was under that record label. Had a lot of demonic influence. And salute to Bone Thugs and Harmony again, because they actually shifted out of that and came more into a religious, spiritual side of the game. And then as soon as they did that, you notice they weren't being promoted anymore by this machine. Okay, y'all gotta understand how this industry works. Not everybody that just gets into music and does a movie had to do something erotic with a man. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work like that. You know, it does happen, but you can't put that on every single person. We gotta make sure we're credible at the end of the day, because when we're just over exaggerating a lot of things, we become willing psyops that are helping the people that don't want nobody to believe in this stuff and all that. So just, you know, keep that in mind. Definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed, and let me know what y'all think up in the comments. I ain't woke, I'm up.
Crucial 13, you all appreciate it. Shout out to you.
Get crucial.
hungry. I need some bacon.
Look at this.
Look at it. This is the city I'm in right now.